Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I have two. Let me start. I think it reset. Maybe not. I'm not watching myself. I mean, I am, but you know what I'm saying. Not watching replay. Welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two uh, blended Scotch whiskey. Sorry for the rough start, but I can't help that. Grant's blended Scotch whiskey, the Family Reserve. Now sold as triple wood. They changed the labeling right after I bought it. But it's the same thing. It's been around since 1887. Oh, well, these companies claim we haven't changed the recipe, but then you look at old advertisements and you can see that's not exactly true. Maybe the ingredients haven't changed, but if you look at old advertisements for most of these, they'll say 80.6 proof. Usually, I don't know why I had picked that number back in those decades, 1930s and 40s, but they almost always say 86.6 proof. It could have been a legal thing to avoid taxes or whatever, but almost none of those old advertisements showed 80 proof. Yeah, it's sort of a newer thing, bringing them all down to 80 proof, 40, straight across the board, 40% alcohol. What is the theory behind that? I don't, not the theory, the reasoning, I don't know. But it is owned by William Grant and Son. This is their house brand. They make it. It's Grant's, made by Grant's. Okay. It's pretty popular in the United States. Now, their grain distillery is called Girvan Distillery. It was opened 60 years ago, 1963. Girvan Distillery. They just distilling all day long, making grain alcohol from maize, as they call it in Europe. We call it corn. And then they're blending it. The single malt they're blending it with is Glenfiddich, because they got it right here. It says Glenfiddich. So that's their single malt. And you can buy just the single malt. You can buy Glenfiddich by itself. Different ages of it. I don't think you can buy the Girvan grain whiskey. That would have to be aged 3 years. A single grain. I guess you could. No, some companies do that. They'll sell just the grain alcohol, aged 3 years. I've got a bottle of the Busker single grain. I don't know what that's going to taste like. I would assume corn liquor, but from Ireland, But anyway, no, I mean, I don't know. This big handle bottle was like $23.99. True story. I think the price is going up, but I don't think it's going up significantly. So you say, well, that's a budget Scotch. Yeah, it's kind of like a below premium, you would call it, not exactly budget brand. They make a budget brand called Clan MacGregor, which they've been making since 1934. It's not even bottled in Scotland. They bottle it in New Jersey to save on shipping costs and all. It's a pretty good one. And in fact, I would rather drink the Clan MacGregor than this. This has no age statement. So how old is it? I really couldn't tell you. You might have some insight on that. Let me go clean off the top. Okay. So that's it. Grant's, pretty popular product in the United States. You see it at most liquor stores. It's common. You can get it in the big handle bottle like this or a regular size bottle. They've been making this triangle shaped bottle since 1957. Okay, it's really a bow, like a bow blade if you're cutting branches with a bow blade. Okay, but that's it. There's other ages. Let's see. Like I say, triple wood. They use 3 different types of wood barrels, casks. Yeah. And if you look at the website, they'll describe what that is. And they show the distillery and everything. See, they only show triple wood on their website, so I guess that's the only one they send into the USA now. There's a lot more grants now. Okay, so don't get that wrong. But they're only showing triple wood on the website. So maybe they decided they're just gonna, because I know they had like a 12-year and there's like a 21-year and there's like a specialty this, specialty that. Maxwell says, "Good morning, Ron. Good morning to you, Maxwell, and the Russian Federation." Now, here is definitely a definitively budget brand. Definitively budget. This is blended Scotch whiskey from Trader Joe's. It's a private label. You can only buy it at Trader Joe's. It is like WD liquors. I can only buy that at a WD store. Okay, and I got that coming up. Like a flower. Okay. Why would I buy this? Well, it's a whole liter. This bottle being a liter plus a regular bottle. See, this is a liter and a regular bottle together. This is just a liter, but just a liter. That's a lot of liquor, a liter. Okay, so it's aged 3 years, says it on the bottle, and it's produced according to the typical. That's like it says, produced according to the regular way they produce Scotch. You understand? Grain spirits blended with single malt and aged at least 3 years, and then there you go. Okay, bottled in Scotland also. So let's get the labels correct. Got it. Now I've got 2 victories and 1 loss. 2 and 1. I got it right twice and I got it wrong once. So I'm gonna try to get it correct. Man, that's a benefit for this. Really, one time it was able to compete, and I got it confused with a higher grade. Scotch. Now, did I think Trader Joe's blended Scotch was going to be something fantastic, like amazing? No, I didn't think that for $10.99 a liter. You would have to be kind of like have a very bad cognitive deficit to believe that. But it's not bad. My friend David said, "That's garbage," but he never tried it. I said, "Well, it's not garbage. I don't think it's going to be garbage." Well, I tasted it. It wasn't garbage. This has a built-in pour, so I got to be careful. It's going to flow out just like crazy. These are made for like a bar room, or if you're having like you're watching a big sporting event, and you don't want it glugging and splashing everywhere, but you gotta watch it because it'll just come out like with a lot of force and volume. So it's embossed, nice label, established 1887. It's got molded glass on either side to help grip it. It says established 1887. It's not a cheap plastic bottle, although the price is not bad. Like I say, you might find it $26.99, something like that. Dang. I'm gonna turn the lamp on. People ask me, "Why are you in the dark?" If I put these lamps, it's so much glare you can't see the product. So first of all, there's not a whole lot to see. It's just me in a room, so that's not that interesting. Okay, the video is about the product, not me, somebody who's tasting it. Although, I mean, I'm part of the video. Obviously, I'm tasting it, ain't I? But that's the challenge part. See, could I tell them apart? Now, I think the Grants is a little bit lighter, but not significantly so. Trying to get it to focus, but that's not occurring. Oh, well. go with the light. Sometimes the camera won't focus without the light. It gets like confused. It's confused like Colonel Kurtz. Liam Gillespie says, "Morning, Jay. Happy Thursday." Same to you, Liam. I think this camera needed an adjustment. Okay. Oh, well. Get a little honey on the nose, cereal grains, no peat, no smoke. Forget that. That ain't happening here. I'm Kurt. Hey, you retracted the message for read it. It just said I'm curtaking. I didn't read the rest. Yeah, see, they won't let you edit your message, so you got to retract it and start over. I hate that. It drives me nuts because I type responses on other people's videos. Invariably I'm going to make a grammatical error or just a typographical error. Mostly it's just typing it wrong, but you can't edit it. It's a silly thing that they don't have that feature. So then it makes you look like, oh, what's wrong with you? And then you get some of these little smart mouths, these little chippy chaps. They'll say, what's wrong with you? You can't touch, you can't speak correct English. It's like, yes, I can. I made a typographical error. I'm currently taking a little break from drinking, but still enjoy the reviews. Oh, okay. I might do that one day, but I'm not scheduling that at this time, and I have no plans to do it. But it's possible. Oh, you see, very possible. This one smells more sour. Sour. Yeah, I don't understand why that would smell sour, but is it the triple wood? Yeah. Now the Trader Joe's just say oak barrels, I think, which is a meaningless statement because all Scotch has to be aged in oak. So they'll put that on labels sometimes, like using traditional methods. Okay, well, we know what that is. And matured in oak casks for 3 years. It's basic, all right? Distilled, matured, and blended in Scotland. Then the cap says bottled in Scotland. It's like that standard generic bottle in Scotland cap that you see on a lot of inexpensive Scotch whiskey. Okay, now, explain the sour. I can't. But like I said, forget the smoke and forget the peat because that ain't going to be there. Trader Joe's Scotch is very good for the price point. Their products don't disappoint. I agree with that. If you go to Trader Joe's, you're going to get a lot of good products. Maybe not great products, just good. Like, it's good. You say, well, I got it for a cheap price. It's like a little bit cheaper than the other stores. And it tastes good. Not amazing, not great. Even their specialty beers like the chocolate babka, or that pumpkin cream liqueur and all, pumpkin spice cream liqueur. None of them are amazing. Like you taste the pumpkin cream liqueur, you're not saying, oh man, it's incredible. I can't believe I got it for $8.99. I got to run out and tell everybody. No, it's not like that. It's just like, well, it's good. It's interesting, and you drinking it, and then when it's gone, it's just gone. You just say, oh, well, it's gone. So I don't live by Trader Joe's. It's over 20 miles away from me, close to, might be 30 miles, but I don't think it's 30 miles, no. but it's getting close to that. And so if I'm in that town and I pass by, I'll go to it. If I'm in Baton Rouge on Perkins Road, Louisiana Highway 428, this focus is really driving me nuts. I'll go to it. But to make a special trip, like, hey gang, we're going to Trader Joe's. No, that ain't gonna happen. Their steak and wild caught salmon ain't bad. I've never had it, so couldn't comment. It's like Aldi, their beers are good, but they're not great. But they're good. But most, that's just and Aldi's corned beef from Denmark. Oh, it's very good. Okay, so let's go with the taste. Actually, it's excellent. So there are excellent products. I like their milk. It tastes like milk. I like the Aldi bread for sure. Their bags raw spinach is delightful. Their heads of lettuce, iceberg lettuce, is very good from my experience. I enjoyed their red onions, although they look almost like shallots. Shallots. Couldn't explain that one. It was an unusual red orange. Not red orange. I haven't even started drinking this stuff yet. Now can't even get it right. Red onions, red onions. Well, we're not going to go through all of those things. But anyway, Trader Joe's blended Scotch. There you go. And I got a bunch of single malts from them. True story. Like what, 5 bottles? Yeah, 5 bottles. 5 bottles. All different. Ain't that a blip? Oh, this tastes like bread. Doesn't taste sour. Maybe sourdough bread a little bit. Tastes like bread though. Yeah. Bread and oak. Bread and oak. A little bitey on the end, and that's making me think Grant's. Grant's got a little bite to it, which ain't delightful. It's not terrible, but you say, oh, now I see why it's $23.99 for this handle. I tell you what, I wouldn't be shocked if I found out Grant's made this for Trader Joe's. Somebody's making it. And it's not some little craft distillery in Scotland. You know that. I know that. The American people know that. So think about it. You say, well, let me think for a minute. There's not that many mass production Scotch distilleries. Plethora of the little itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot ones. But they don't have the mass production that would make an impact over here. They wouldn't be able to keep up with the production for Trader Joe's because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of there's a lot of young white people driving Subarus that's going to go to Trader Joe's and buy anything that say Trader Joe's on it. And that's a fact. Grants. I'm probably one of the few people that shop at Trader Joe's that does not drive a Subaru. And does not have tattoos or any facial piercings. I'm a weirdo, I don't fit in with the Trader Joe's culture. Okay. But I like to buy their peculiar products. Grant Scotch. Yeah, I'm right on the money. I paid $23.99 and now it's $24.99. It did go up a little bit with the JB inflation. Now you can get the 15. Oh, that's never mind. That's a different brand. Forget that. Yeah, I think they only sell the triple wood here in America. Or you might find a bottle, like if you find a bottle that says the Family Reserve, it's the same thing. They just rebranded it. Yeah, yep. I ain't saying too much. Okay, so that's it. Let me calculate that out. I'm not going to do the math in my head. I want to see something. $10.99 divided by 1,000 milliliters times 1750, 1923. Okay, so I could get the Trader Joe's theoretically because they don't sell a handle. Watch me go to Trader Joe's next week and they have a handle, but I don't think they sell a handle of it. But theoretically, I could get it for $19.23 versus $24.99 for the Grants. So I could save about $5. Not quite. No, yeah, of course, $5, over $5. Is it worth the extra $5? No, no. I would say Grants is no better or worse than the Trader Joe's. They kind of like on par. They are on par. The flavors are very similar. The aroma is very similar. The appearance is similar, except Grants are a little lighter. So the dedication and consistency you have is amazing, says Steve from Philly. Some people might think troubling, troubling. Are you just getting up or going to bed? No, just getting up. Well, I got up actually 3 hours ago, over 3 hours ago, yes. And I watched the baseball highlights, a very good game for the Astros at least. And they had some college football games, which seemed like they were interesting. Well, yeah. So, yeah. One team, 0-7. Sam Houston State. Maybe they're thinking we should have stayed in the Southland Conference. What are we doing at this subdivision and in this conference? Well, I know one thing they're not doing, that's winning. And they were very powerful at the in the Southland Conference. Going to playoffs every year. Why? I remember one year they went to the national tournament, almost got to the top. Didn't they go to the top? They went to the championship game, got drilled, but everybody gets beat bad by North Dakota State. But they got this wild idea, we're going to go big time because we're Sam Houston State University. Well, you're not big time, okay? And they went, now look at them. Happens to others. Appalachian State, look at them. They used to run the show. They used to run the show in the football championship subdivision, formerly known as 1AA. Now, you wonder if they're even part of the show, really. Are you day in and day out? Great stuff. Oh, thank you. Thanks for watching, folks. We appreciate your support. We do, but me and David, who joins sometimes, and my daughter who joins, and other people time to time. All right, so this one here. I think it's the Grants, but I am entirely not confident in this pick. It is the Grants. I got it, but I'm gonna give credit to, because I did say it was a little bitey on the wood, and I told you before Grants was kind of bitey, so I did get it right. So that's 3 wins and 1 loss. Not a great, not bad. 75%. I can live with that. Okay, now we're gonna bring up another one for tomorrow, Friday. So see y'all later. Bye-bye. Take care now.